Hello, welcome back to our podcast. Today's episode is Deskless and Dangerous. My name is Jack Gibbons, and I'm a freshman studying finance.
Hi, I'm Rory Barnwell. I'm a freshman studying accounting.
I'm Mary Strano. I'm a sophomore studying economics.
I'm Gitlanjali. I'm a sophomore studying finance and accounting.
So we'll just get right into the background of being deskless in an office. That's a bit dramatic, but pretty much our definition of being deskless would be this new hot desking model offices are adapting. Hot desking is when seats aren't tied to anyone in an office. They're on a first come, first served basis. And desk hoteling is when you can reserve a workspace in advance, but it's still not assigned to anyone.
And these alternative desking models first became popular in the 90s as a way to save space and reduce costs. And they've really taken off after COVID with work from home and hybrid models.
So yeah, this kind of struck our interest. For me personally, when I was in the Bain office a few months ago, and during the office tour, I noticed no one had assigned desks. This was something I'd never seen before, but they actually seemed pretty passionate that they liked the system.
And I saw the same thing when I visited Deloitte and KPMG offices. The offices, instead of the traditional desks where everyone has their own stuff and goes back to the same desk every day, they're just open workspaces where people can collaborate together. And it was also interesting to see how offices are still not full after COVID, and so these desking models allow people to make sure they're all working by each other.
And I had a similar experience visiting EY where people were walking around with backpacks. Everything that they owned was just on them, and they would move from place to place, sitting down, working what they needed to work on, or meeting with people. It was really interesting to see.
All right, just jumping into our research. I'm just going to start by saying I'm not really crazy about the idea of hot desking for a few reasons. First and foremost, it sort of disincentivizes people to go into the office, especially those who are recently hired. For example, if a new hire is unsure about how to file an expense report or even a simple task, you may look to your neighbor or your boss to help. But this idea sort of goes out the window when you introduce hot desking. Additionally, it kind of prevents super quick meetings, which are essential to the office, from taking place, as these are a vital part of efficient work. But when, for example, say the team leader needs 2 minutes in the morning to kind of tell people what to do, this can't happen anymore. Additionally, when the company places people of similar jobs and tasks together, it does everyone a favor. However, this kind of goes out the window when you introduce hot desking. Ultimately, the negative effects of these bad practices add up quicker than one might think, and it can be detrimental to the company in the long run.
Yeah, so a lot of these issues are concerning, especially with the research that comes with hot desking, but there are a lot of positives that can be found, especially now with the hybrid working system. After COVID, a lot of people aren't coming into the office anyway. Hot desking allows for better electronic communication. These impromptu meetings can happen over Zoom or in sort of meeting where people are already at a desk ready to go. Similarly, a lot of the issues with hot desking can be solved by employers themselves, making sure that everyone has the right equipment no matter where they go, making sure people are able to relay their needs to those above them so that they can have what they need at their desks. And then some of the psychological research we found sees a difference in gender, which has been really interesting to see. Men dislike the hot desk method mostly because they have lack of decision authority, but women seem to not care that much and enjoy the social support it brings.
Yeah, so looking over these pros and cons in the research, we even know that our own opinions are super valuable when weighing this issue, as we are the people entering the workforce in 2 to 3 years, if not less. So we'll take a vote on how we think about this. I'll start. My vote is no. Rory, what about you?
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think I would like that in my workplace.
I'm also a no.
Me too, I agree. Having your own space is really valuable.
Okay, yeah. So getting the opinion of 4 people, freshmen and sophomores at Notre Dame entering the workforce soon, we think this is a pretty valuable opinion, even just weighing where we would be more comfortable. So our call to action is to be super cognizant of researching companies you're interested in, their organizational behaviors and their characteristics, how they set up their office, because these are things that can be overlooked, but it really matters how comfortable you are at your office.